Well, let's see what we can do about tidying this whole friggin' project up. I have here in my hand the 1-2 accumulator housing. So what we did, I took it to work, used the arbor press, pushed the old pin out. This is that new step pin I got with that kit. The reamer, just run it through on the old knee mill. Weak. And now it's within about a thou. So there's not much rock in there. However, while I was there, I put it up on the CMM, which is a coordinate measuring machine. The top of this bore is 2.08, and as far as I could reach down in there, which is probably 3/4 of the way, it was 2.1. So it's a little worn out, unfortunately. So I've got a new lathe cut seal in hot water. Yeah, I'm in hot water, probably for using a coffee cup, but that's alright, I do dishes. So we're going to let that warm up. I'm going to put it on there. We'll install it with a little bit of lube. Got some trans gel. And we're going to try to air check it again with a new seal on it. See if it's better. Okay, so what I was able to do was pull that seal up on the shoulder area and put it back in the hot water, and then used a little flat blade screwdriver just to lift it up over there. And I got a little bit of lube on here, and that should not fall in. Barely. That just might, whoops, as I trip over the box, that just might air check. How much air do we got? Oh shit. Oh, there's 40 psi. Nope, I don't think that's it. And that's got to do with that taper in the bore. It should do better than that. My estimation. It's alright, we got a couple extra seals. I'm going to try a trick one guy told me. That's to cut it. So I cut this one, because it's not rotating, so you can have two pieces, he told me. This looks to be like the exact same material that I just bought. So I'm going to cut the bad ends off of this one, cut a chunk out of this one, and make it stupid tight to slide down in there. Most dangerous tool in the shop. Yeah, that cut's pretty easy. About 1/4. Okay. So now we're going to try to get this one off. There we go. That way we can try a couple of times. Cut that bad chunk out. Alright. A little bit of shmoo in there to hold it. That might be a little much. That's alright, we can snipple. Measure twice, cut once. Or is it measure once, cut thrice? Ha! Take that. Alright, let's air check that. Whoa. I'm gonna say that's gonna do the job. Unless I buggered it up. I think that's gonna do the job. Now she'll seal. I gotta turn the air pressure down for this operation. Sheesh. Almost hurt myself. Okay, let's turn the air down. Alright, there's 20 psi. God, I'll kill myself with that. Well, I can't hold it, so I think that's the trick. So, we got a new spring ding. That was supposed to be for this, god damn it. Alright, well we're going to try that spring. This is the one that came out of it. So this one's supposed to be giving us some tighter shifts. I don't think it matters if it rides on that. Probably not. Alright. Okay, well we're going to install that. And then I'm going to read the instructions for that. We got some new gaskets for it. For this housing. Okay. Hey, welcome back underneath the Chevy. So we got this guy just finger tightening stuff down now. And then we're going to push up because my spring is slightly long. And then I'll snuggle all that stuff down. And then we're going to dig for that TV boost valve and see where that's hiding at. I think I know where it's at, so that'll be next. We're going to disassemble that, and then we'll compare those pieces and take a peek at that. Cool? Okay, the next thing we're going to go in after is this guy, which is a throttle valve, boost valve, which is right. It's 222 and 223. Bush valve TV boost, bushing TV boost valve. So I believe what that does is because it's bigger as the throttle valve, that's that other cable, that TV cable, pulls on it, this guy is going to help raise line pressure even higher. Now this is a 471. It's not the 1/2 inch that everybody says you need for race applications. So this one should be alright for our cruiser. The rest of the shifts felt great, except for that 1-2. But line pressure was I mean, it was okay, but it could probably be better. So let's throw this in there. This is like a $13 part. It's no big deal. So this is on the pump, so it's going to be in the front. That's the seal, so it's going to be on the driver's side. And I think the only other hole we can really get to without going any deeper is going to be the where the filter goes. So let's crawl underneath there and take a peek. Alright, we should be used to looking underneath here. This hole is the filter. And this guy right there that's where that boost valve goes. So I need to have two hands. I need to push up on that against a spring, and then choose your weapon, snap ring pliers, get that little snap ring out of there, and all that stuff's gonna come flying out of there. So I'm gonna pay attention to how they come out so I can stack them up right. So I need two hands. Hang on. Alright, well that was kind of a pain in the butt. So you push all this stuff up in there, compress that spring a little bit, reach in there, grab that little circle clip, pull it out, and I'll warn you now, be ready to catch all this shit as it comes springing out of there. Not that guy. Oh, and also be prepared because other orifices in the valve body will leak. So let's go over these bits in the order that they came out. Valve pressure regulator spring, valve reverse booster, valve reverse booster sleeve, bushing, 222, bushing, TV boost valve, and that's the TV boost valve. So if we look at this and all this stuff, I caught this thing coming out of there in a hurry. So looking at the little pictures, she needs to go back together like this. That little head goes up, goes inside there. And according to their pictures, for this boost valve and sleeve, that little nubbins has to go down into the sleeve. Like that, like that. Like that. Spring ding. This one is the 423 boost valve. And it says right here, V6 application, smaller vehicles. I friggin' told the guy, I am spending good money to get this thing put together. Tell me what I need. This right here is fucking $13. And he left the small one in it from the caddy. Lovely. So here's this one is the 471. The next larger size is a 1/2 inch, and that one is mainly for race. Maximum line pressure. So we're going to boost her up with that. And all this stuff gets jammed back up into the pump with that little circle clip on the bottom. And we can start buttoning this thing up. Well, if that wasn't a fucking pain in the ass. Jeez Louise. Peek underneath there. I got her in. About good 2-3 hours worth of finger fucking it. I don't know. It just went in finally. I had stacked everything up and started feeding it in the hole. Alright, Mini-Me, knock it off.
What? You can't throw things.
Stacked everything up, started feeding it in the hole. Wiggle it around a little bit and it just went bloop and then flew right in. So after that, grabbed my son and had him hold the long screwdriver up in there. We used a floor jack to help secure it so it wouldn't go anywhere, and then fought the snap ring up around a really long Phillips screwdriver. And of course it's leaked a bunch more fluid out of it because we opened up the pump, so I gotta clean up. Good thing I got a sacrificial piece of cardboard here. And then we can put a new filter on it, pan gasket, fill her up, and that'll be next. And we'll do a road test. I'm gonna leave that pump or the line gauge on there, and see what the pressures have changed to as we scooch around the block. Man, I hope this fixes it. If not, I'm gonna go straight back to Plan B is to block that off. Plan C would be to go back to the stock servo, save all this shit, and just limp it along and try to cruise around a little bit. I don't know, I think this is it, because that air checked. We should have higher line pressures because of that boost valve. And, well, here's crossing fingers. We got our all put back together. We did that 1-2 accumulator and the TV boost valve, and it did raise line pressures up when you're in the throttle, and the 2-3 shift, 3-4 shift is definitely more noticeable. That 1-2 shift is about as good as it used to be when I started this endeavor, taking her apart. Thinking now that band is probably toast. So I got one more thing I'm gonna try. I'm gonna remove that servo off of there and take their heavy return spring out. That'll help quicken that up a little bit. I hope. I don't know what to be sure about anymore. But yeah, when I get frisky, I'll do that. 'Cause that's a afternoonish type of thing. Just gotta jack it up a little bit. But besides that, Dad's back in the hospital, so I'm gonna leave her here for now. At least it's on the ground, and take care of Dad for a little bit, get him out to some shows so we can at least cruise around. And worst case, if I get bored this winter, we'll pull the transmission and go through it again. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful spring. I'm gonna go take care of Dad, see if we can't bust him out of the hospital. Hopefully tomorrow we can do that, and we'll go from there. Alright, take care, guys.